Welcome to a very special episode. This shift made him a champion bodybuilding coach and bodybuilder. Timmy with the intro. What can I say about the guy? He's a really cool guy. He used to be, let me see if I can show you some of this. He used to be a little bit what in Chinese we call the hunfei. He was a little pudgy bro, and he's made some immense progress to the point that he became a champion bodybuilder, basically. Just some technical difficulties. We're getting him here. So he coached himself to be a natural bodybuilding champion. So he just competed in ICN and YNF over the weekend. He's got fantastic posing, was one of the things in my mind, he stands out for the most. And he's a cool guy. Like, I've actually known him for quite a few years. We met on Instagram. He's on his own live right now, so I might have to double check what he's doing. Because I think he started his own. So I'm just messaging him there. But we are getting this sorted, and he will be in a tickety-tock, in a flickety-flash. He'll be in a siggity-sec. And yeah, that'll be all that she wrote, bro. And he'll be in here in a second. But it's one of those really cool things. I won't spoil the intro to his story in that too much, or the whole story itself, the thing that shifted itself, because I'll let him talk about that. But it was this shift that took him from, oh, that's right, I was going to show you guys his transformation. I'm getting too ahead of myself here. I think this isn't even the final form of it, really. But you guys can see here, that is the progress. Oh, the ring light's getting in the way a little bit there. How do we highlight that? There we go. Oh, there we go. So you can see there. Whoo! What progress, bro. And he got even leaner than that for the bodybuilding show, obviously. And he's here. He's about to join in. And I'm very, very excited. Here we go. View request. Here we go. We got it this time. Exciting. Very cool. Where is he? He's joining. The live should be syncing up. And he's in. He's here.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what's up? The ICN champ, the natural bodybuilding coach champ, the Asian Sam Sulek, some might say. The one, the only, Mr. Bruce Hong. What's cracking? What's that, sorry?
You hyped as fuck, hey?
I'm hyped as, bro. It has been so long since we've talked really in depth, but especially since getting to see all of the progress and stuff. I was just showing them before this photo, this one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
That's a bigger photo, hey?
Yeah, that's it, man. It's the progress one. So very cool to see, man.
I see it in the scale of my phone.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it that big.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. It's big, bro. It's big. So yeah, bro. Obviously, how are you, bro? We just chatted for like 2 minutes before this.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just came out. Came from my workout.
Yeah.
Got some protein shake and yogurt, blueberries.
Let's go.
As usual.
That's it, man. That's it. It's how was the workout? What'd you train?
We did some full body today, hey? Yeah, just wanted to use up some energies.
Yeah. Fair, man. Looks like you're recomping well as well, or like reversing quite well as well.
Yeah, like fuck though. I was eating a lot for the past 4 days after the show. Yeah, just been eating heaps, hey.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so you got that mass, but like also got that body fat a little bit on as well.
Yeah.
Like it's filling in nicely in my muscles.
Yeah, man. I've been seeing.
Bicep, man. Never had biceps like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. It's sick to see. Ooh, look at him go. Look at that. Look at that. That's so good, bro. Sorry, my phone fell. Fiddling around with it too much. But yeah, bro. That's so good. So good. Feeling feeling good. Now, I think one of the coolest things that I saw from you was something that I got to see behind the scenes. We talked about it a while ago, and it's like why I titled this what it is, the big shift that happened. Oh, he's lagging out a little bit there. He's gonna come back in again. Let him back in. We might get triple Bruces in here. Right, just lagging a little. We're gonna get it all rolling. Gonna get it all showing. Is he coming back in? You might just be able to see me right now. We're being joined again by Bruce. And coming in here, he's basically, I'll just fill in more of the stuff. He's done a couple of bodybuilding shows over the weekend that he was prepping for like the better part of 9 months to a year. And he I think he committed at like the 9 or 10 month mark out. Last time I was back in Perth, second last time I was back in Perth last year, he had decided that he was going to do this bodybuilding show. And got pretty dialed in for it, bro. Pretty dialed in. It's pretty freaky stuff to see the progress. He's unable to join right now, so let me see. He's probably going to message me. I'll just keep talking about it. So the big thing that we have been able to, that I was able to witness with him was the fact that it started from, he basically changed his identity, how he saw himself, how he presented to the world. And the way in which we saw that was that he changed or shifted his identity. So he changed his name, because his name before was, here we go.
All right, we're back again.
We're back again, back at it again. He's back, the man himself. All right, sick, bro. I was just giving a little spiel into it, and I was like, one of the coolest things that I wanted to start with, if it's cool with you, is the fact that I saw a lot of the shift happen from behind the scenes when you basically, just before or at the start of your prep, you changed your name from...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, we're talking about how you shifted your identity by doing that, essentially, which we have talked about quite in depth since then. And the change has been monumental as a result of that. So do you want to talk us through some of that? Like, what was the name change? What spurred it on? How did it affect you? Yeah, man, we'd love to hear.
Okay. So I want to start off by saying a new character requires a new name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I definitely needed a new character. Like, I had to kill my old self. And one of the best way to kill your own self, like your old self, as in the context of identity, is to change your name, to give yourself another personality, identity.
Mm-hmm.
And so I needed that identity shift, and I needed a good name that I would like to become, like something that I would love to become, and it had to be a name that carries that element or that feeling that I was looking for. So I wanted to be more firm, more manly, and I think the name Bruce kind of represented well. It fits well in that sense of firm and manliness. So I was like, all right, let's just call myself Bruce now for now on. And yeah, since then, a lot of things has changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick, man. Can you talk? Sorry?
Yeah. We can talk about it more, but yeah, what's your question? Any questions? Anything you want to add on?
Oh, well, I'd love to hear, like, what in particular changed, man. What did you find were the biggest changes?
Firstly, I think I was channeling to the real Bruce Home. Like, I started to maybe speak like him, think like him, walk like him, like a Bruce Home, and in a different timeline, you know? Because my name was Wani before, and the name Wani is a little bit more neutral, like gender neutral. And me, I like it more skewed to or biased to the male spectrum, not like a gender neutral spectrum, you know what I mean? So I really needed to and had to get rid of that name because it wasn't really serving me anymore. I think that's a good word. Yeah, and that's why when I first changed to Bruce from Wani, like for example, Yana said, Bruce, the name Bruce doesn't suit him. Like, yeah, obviously, I'm on that journey. I'm on that journey to become Bruce, rather than I'm already Bruce and I want to be called Bruce. So I had a little thought about that. How Yana said that, and I was like, that's true though. Yeah, I'm not Bruce yet, but we're getting there. And Bruce Home has a lot more potential. Like, we're just getting started, man. Yeah. Life just has started from me being in a certain shape in the body. So I have arrived, but that is only the beginning, and we have so much more planned that's ahead of us.
Yeah. I love that, man. It's like your physical or your outward appearance reflects your inner state, like who you are inside, and that's what I find anyway. Would you agree with that? It's like your physical is a reflection of who you are.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Like, I think the internal state of myself has affected the outer state of myself. Like, as soon as I changed the name, something happened inside me. Even like as little as in the morning. Like, anytime I feel like I don't want to go to work or call it a day off, I tell myself, you're fucking Bruce. You're Bruce Home. Get the fuck up. Like, don't be a fucking pussy. You're fucking Bruce Home, not Wani Home anymore. Right. And I'm like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I'm Bruce Home. And then I fucking get out of the bed. That's another example of just having a totally different name, a new name, that I aspire to become.
Yeah. Do you feel like you are him now? Oh, sorry. You were saying?
Do I feel like I am him? Not yet.
Okay.
I mean, we're there probably like 10%, you know? 10%.
I'm still listening.
He's done a lot more greater stuff. So we're actually trying to experience that, what he has gone through chronically through time.
Okay.
We're on the course of Bruce Home's life.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. I like it, bro. So on the course of Bruce Hong's life. Yeah. Okay. And what do you mean by that? Because you kind of alluded to something quite interesting there that Yana and I have been looking into lately, which is that of you were like, through the course of time, you sound like you're experiencing, it's like a parallel or a different universal version of yourself almost. I don't know if I'm right there, or if like I'm picking up that same thing that you're saying. Maybe I've misread that, but it just sounded a bit like that.
Yeah, you gotta see it this way. You know how like we're living in the third dimension?
In the third, three dimensions? Is that what you mean?
3 dimension.
Yeah.
But in the 4th dimension, let's say your life from your baby to your death has a oval shape, or like it's just a strip of something.
Mm-hmm.
That whole strip of something, that's 4th dimensional.
Yeah.
It's a block of your whole life. But what I'm trying to say is, I have entered the block of Bruce's life.
Okay.
And I'm just experiencing that through time. I'm just living it through time. Yeah. So, like, for example, if Bruce has achieved everything in his last day on Earth, I'm probably on the course of that right now. It will definitely happen, but I can't be there right now because there's limitation of chronic orders, or like I can't just skip time, right? I'm just living through time until I witness that. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say, my whole point is, it's already been achieved, and I'm on the course of that. And I'm just experiencing it through time.
Yeah, sick. Sick, man. I think we've discussed this before, but it's that non-linear aspect of time. Like, time isn't just... There are 2 different types of time, primarily. It's like linear, A to B, which is how we as humans, like physical beings, experience the world. But then there's non-linear, which is like time is instantaneous and infinite at the same time. It's... Well, we'll get into it in a sec, but from what I understand, it's like how God is timeless, if that makes sense. And there's a spark of God within us that is also timeless and infinite and allows us to... so it's like we can tap into that to a degree by changing identities, and that we get to... Like you said, it's already achieved, but we are just stepping into it. Like, it's already happened because God already knows all that's going to happen. And we simply choose to step into that, and because we're given that spark of God, which is the our free will, because we're made in the image of God. But yeah, sounds like that's what you're getting at, sort of thing. Let me know if you got more. Like, if there's more to that.
Not too far off. Maybe it's you added really well onto my concept.
Yeah, cool, man.
Yeah, man.
Cool. I like it, bro. I like it, man. Very cool.
Anyways, back to the topic.
Yeah.
Like, I have a client that's gonna start with me soon.
Yes.
I don't know if I can mention his name, but his original name is Carl.
Okay.
And we had a little consulting call, and while we were having a chat for him to start up, I said, hey, look, this is a little pseudoscience kind of shit, but I changed my name, and I was able to change my whole physique and whole life. And he said, wait a minute, I even thought about that too. I thought about that today. And he said he wanted to be called as Phoenix because a phoenix has will die and then it rises out from the ashes, and it really inspired him that way. Like, he wanted to change himself, like coming out of the ashes and become a new identity and all that.
Yeah.
And so he was thinking about that too on that day, and then I brought it up, and we were both like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so his original name is Carl, but every time I need to check in or need to send a message to him, I never call him Carl, I just call him Phoenix.
Sick, that's a cool name, bro.
Some stuff like that.
Yeah. You guys have picked some very cool names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
Yeah, bro. I love that, dude. I love that. That's yeah, there's honestly so much power to that. And I know you said like it's a bit of a pseudoscience, but I think it's actually well, I mean, some people say psychology is that pseudoscience as well. But there's definitely something to it. You can look at some of the biggest like names in the world. They're not actually their birth names. Tony Robbins is not Tony Robbins. Like, his name is Anthony. So it's almost like a nickname, a moniker that you can step into and embody that identity. David Goggins doesn't go by David Goggins anymore. He just goes by Goggins. And I know this because my wife Yana, she went to an event that a business that she's partnered with put on, and they had David Goggins there, or Goggins there. And when he was talking to her in a group, when he was addressed, he said, "Don't call me Goggins. Don't call me David Goggins. David's dead. I'm just Goggins." And so it's like a new identity. So there's a lot of powerful stuff to it. Like a lot of MMA fighters have nicknames, like Conor McGregor's The Notorious. And it's like they become a different person when they step in there. And that, so there's, I get that what you're saying, man. It's a very powerful thing. I mean, my wife's name that she goes by, it's not her actual birth name either. That's a nickname that she chose for herself. But it's like I even know her as Yana as well. And for myself, it's a very interesting thing we've been doing as well. I haven't changed the name on anything as of yet, but there's a shift from what it is now as well. That's come with everything too. So there's a lot of power in actually changing your name as well. And it's almost like you're stepping from your world self name into the name that God's given your spirit almost, I feel. Anyway. But yeah, man. So all that to say, I agree. Yeah, bro. And something else that I don't think he needs to go anymore. Something else that I really loved about your story that you shared with me recently as well was that you, through the prep, came to God. Basically, can you tell me more about that, please? It's fine. If you'd like. Thank
you. Yeah, like it was very symbolic. Because where can I start? For me, I think. For me, you know how I hit poses, and those poses are very natural to me. It's like natural given talent.
Yeah, man.
That's what I feel like.
Yeah, bro. I mean, you won that posing award as well.
It's not something. It's a special ability that's been given, and it's very divine. You know that, like, to hit a pose like that, you know, with your fingers up like this. It's not something that everyone can do or can understand why they're putting their hands up and having their fingers upwards. Because this means it's like for the being up there, and I serve that being. And this pose just naturally was given to me.
Yeah.
When I was in the group class, I was the only person in the group class out of 6-7 people. I'm the only one having my fingers upwards. Like I'm serving God, I'm serving the higher being, I'm serving whoever is up there, right?
Yeah.
Like for them, for the God, kind of, you know, like a hand gesture. Everyone goes like this.
Interesting.
Like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I was explaining like, oh, this is, like, who are you pointing at? You know, like you're pointing sideways, like as if, oh, the general's over there. Oh, the captain's over there, you know? I'm just a little pawn, you know? But then I'm in the middle and my finger is upwards, not sideways. I don't point to the general. I point to the sky. And in the sky, there's the higher whatever. So then, from there, I was like, wait a minute. Why am I the only one pointing to the sky? Maybe because I'm the chosen one. Thinking. And then I felt like, oh, shit. And I felt like something saying, yeah, that's right. We chose you. That's why you're the only one pointing upwards. And so that's when I like had like a little like I had that feeling, I had that message, and it really made me feel emotional about it. Like very impressed. So that's when you saw the video when I was like when I realized it and I felt it, and then I like start crying.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was intense, man. It was really cool to see. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good experience. So everyone's like, you know, doing this pose, like fingers going sideways, doing it this way, and I'm the only one with the fingers up to the sky, you know, to the stars. And that's when I was explaining that to my ex. I started crying.
Did you say you explained that to your ex, or?
Yeah, she's my ex now.
Oh, I see.
No, it's because of prep. You know, when you're on prep, let me tell you something. You get very low libido, low hormones. You don't want to, like, even, I don't feel like I wanted to be involved in any sexual activity. And that kind of made her feel bad. Like, she thinks she's not good enough, kind of feeling. And she thought that I didn't love her because of that. Yeah, and she just like...
I see.
But that was that. And then, and then last week I went to the church. I always just wanted to visit the church. It's always good to be there, like everyone's health friendly, and it's a little community. So now that the competition is over and I've got a little bit more time, like I just want to have a visit, and it was a good experience. You know?
Yeah, man. I'm glad to hear.
Yeah. Even though I didn't really resonate with the pastor's teaching that day.
Yeah.
His topic. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, like, why life is fair, like, why all the bad people have a good life while we, us as a Christian, struggle with life, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, look, people who've been successful, they're not necessarily bad people. They work hard to be where they're at. Like, how can you call them bad people, you know?
So he was referring to, like, what, rich or successful people kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was kind of like referring them to bad people, you know, like, and someone who's been consumed by capitalism, materialism, blah, blah, blah. Like, they worked hard to be there. What's wrong with you? They're like, halfway, I just slept.
Yeah, fair. Oh, you left. Wow. Good for you, man. Good for you. Like, genuinely, I actually agree with that. And Yana and I have been talking about that recently, how the notion of struggling and you have to work hard for things and that you have to be suffering as a Christian in order to actually be walking with God or a man of God, that's not biblical. That's not actually something that you can read and take away from the Bible unless you specifically read it into it. Now, that's not to say there's no struggling or persecution and there aren't stories of that within the Bible. But if you actually look at it, it's like, I call it religious conditioning or religious sentiment. And that's really what religion is. Or it's like worldly programming. So we're told that, and as a result of that, we read that into the Bible. Because if you look at it, like 50% of the Bible might be talking about that stuff. There's the struggle and the persecution that comes from walking with God. But the other 50%, I'd say it's actually skewed slightly more towards the positive, is about God's love, the ease of life, and how everything is provided for you, the best things that we have in life, you don't have to work hard for. You don't even have to worry about them. And that is the bit that I think a lot of, it's almost like this lens that Christians are conditioned to look through. And then so they think they believe that's how life has to be. And then they live life that way. So they're always struggling. And like, it's why there's a lot of Christians that have bad relationships with money, because they think that money is the root of all evil, when in fact it's love of money is the root of all evil.
That's totally bullshit.
Yeah, man. So I definitely get what you're saying there. That's been a big topic that my wife and I have been discussing recently, because if you look at it, it's obviously, I think it gets a bad rap because some people go like, oh, the prosperity gospel and that. but there's definitely a lot to it. It's almost like they're putting their own meaning onto the Bible and being like, oh, we're powerless. We have to always be struggling. But I'm like, that's not what the Bible says at all. If you were just looking at the Bible, it's like, and that's not how that you're only really that man of God if you are struggling and and your life is super hard and you have to grind really hard for everything and hustle. And I mean, I see it a lot. I've been through it myself. But even if I look at the best stuff that's happened in my life as well, even expanding it beyond that from a relationship and a business perspective, it's always easy. It's easy and flowy. Like, that's the biggest thing. It just takes that dedication to that path that makes it so. But if you believe the opposite is true, then the opposite becomes true. Because we fall so heavily in line with those beliefs when it's not actually who we are, because at our core is who we are. And just above that, like a more superficial layer than that, are our core beliefs or like core values that are instilled on us. Like, it's what people speak over us. But we think that we are that thing. So we look at the world through that lens instead of being like, oh, there's a layer underneath that. That's who I actually am. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, Mr. Shreddy. I like it. Got the chest striation going on there, the upper chest separation. Bro, that's pretty nuts to look at, especially with like, dude, when you showed me the photos, or when I go back and see the photos from last year, Mike, you're just a different human being, bro.
That was Wani, remember?
Yeah.
Bruce now.
Yeah. That's it, man. That's it. Yeah, it's
and you know,
it's cool.
After you change your name and people start calling you by that name, that's when the real magic happens.
Yeah? Okay.
Like, you can't just be like, oh, I'm Bruce, and people call you with a different name.
Yeah.
You go by Bruce, and people have to start calling you as Bruce, and then that's when the real change happens.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. And that's one of the things where I'm like, it's so powerful. The whole, well, I guess political correctness and that, you could say there's a hidden agenda behind it, but the whole identity warfare that they have right now, where it's like, oh, you can be a boy or a girl, or you can identify as this and that. That's why this stuff is so powerful, because if you can subtly induce confusion and like unintentional choice within that from an early age, kids don't realize how powerful that stuff is and how much that will affect how you speak, what you speak over yourself, and then it becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because you say you are that thing, you become that thing. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Even like Beyonce has a alternative personality when she's on stage, when she's performing. She says she refers that person as not her, but like some other personality, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a very powerful thing to have, like an alter ego kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah, man. Absolutely. And I mean, even Jay-Z, her partner, I don't think his name's actually Jay-Z. Sean Corey Carter. But yeah, there's definitely something to that alter ego and that separate identity to be able to step into, that it wields a lot of power. Yeah.
Definitely, man.
Yeah. It's like who you are. And that's why I really like that there's that worship song by Hillsong, which actually says, I am who you say I am. So it's like, I am who God says I am. And that is above everything. That is the strongest, you know, because that's the true identity that we're given. It's almost like we're given that from birth, from before we were even conceived. And then we almost spend a lot of our lives stripping away all the stuff that we're told above that. And we're going back to the core is a lot of the most powerful stuff in life. I don't know if you find the same thing.
Something like that, along those lines.
Yeah. Is that sweet potato, bro?
Yeah, man, these sweet potatoes are super potatoing. Oh my god, these are the best. You know, I've been eating these on my diet. Oh my god. These give you that sweetness that you miss, you know? Good source of potassium, good source of carbs. Abundant amount of vitamin C and A.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it, bro.
Best thing in my life.
That's good, bro. That's good. I like it. I like it, bro. Love it. Yeah.
But Caleb,
Yes, sir.
I got a little bit. I got probably like a 5 minute more left.
Yeah.
I got another schedule coming up.
Yeah.
I gotta be there. But we gotta do this again next time. I wanna talk about like a different training method that I've discovered recently.
Okay.
And I'm already seeing difference. Look how full they look. Look at my arms. They're a lot more fuller now. They're more round. They're fuller, more volume.
Yeah, bro.
And you know what? I'll give you a hint right now. This isn't necessarily added protein. This is not protein added in my arms. See how it's like I used to be like I used to have muscles, but it used to look flat, no volume, and all that. But look, now it's popping.
Yeah, bro.
Look at that bicep pic. That's crazy. I never had that before, man.
Even the tricep looks really round and full, bro. Yeah, man. Oh.
Yeah, round and full, you know.
Yeah.
And I've been doing this real sick technique when you do your training.
Huh?
And it's been the game changer.
Oh, sick.
You know, hypertrophy isn't necessarily the only thing that can grow the size of your muscle, you know?
Yeah, man.
Like people just looking at hypertrophy and they're missing a lot of other elements just by focusing on hypertrophy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maximum.
Anyway, I want to talk about that next time in our next live.
Yeah, that's it, bro. I'm keen. That even to what you're saying, it's like maximum muscle fiber recruitment tends to what occurs when you hit failure, when you do maximum velocity stuff, like when you move as fast as possible. And there was one other one. Actually, I forget. But the other one's the more hypertrophy one, I think.
All that just goes under the umbrella of a hypertrophy. But this different training is a whole different category. It has nothing to do with hypertrophy.
Okay.
It's more about, it's not muscle growth, but muscle volume. Muscle volume isn't hypertrophy.
Okay.
Muscle volume is different.
Okay.
But there's a way to grow that muscle volume. And this is the result. It's only been a fucking week, and we're already like popping. We're round.
That's it. That's good, man. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Even the chest. My chest was so flat. Now it's like fucking. Whew,
Yeah. That's it, man. It's good, bro. What's
about that next time.
Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit more, just for myself, because I'm really curious. You can tell as much as you want.
Okay.
But you piqued my curiosity, bro.
The hint. I give you 2 hints. Blood flow and glycogen. Water. Another big word. Sarcoplasmic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Is this okay? Can I have a couple games? You don't have to say if it's right, but maybe it's just because of what you said. But like blood flow restriction training.
Hypertrophy has to go with sarcoplasmic growth. It can't just be hypertrophy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like imagine there's stuffed bread. Like there's bread and there's like cream inside there. You can't just have bread and this much cream in it. Do you get it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see it?
I see what you're saying.
To make that bread bigger, you need to put more cream in it. You need more cream capacity along with the thicker bread. Then you get bigger.
Okay.
Bigger bread.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So hypertrophy has to go along with sarcoplasmic growth, not just hypertrophy.
Yeah.
That adds up the volume of your whole size of the appearance of the muscle. Not necessarily you're adding more protein, but we don't want that. Like, all we want is we want to get bigger somehow. Not just getting more protein, but adding in more stuff into the muscle that's gonna, like a balloon muscle. That's why in Korea there's a term called balloon muscle. We need to fill in the air. We're gonna pump in the air. But do you get it? Do you get it?
I believe so, man. I'm very keen to learn more about it from you next live, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that chest popping.
Yeah.
But to do that, there's a specific way to trigger that, to trigger the volume or trigger the sarcoplasmic growth. Look at that.
I'm trying to be like Bruce.
See, to be telling you the truth, you have very good thick protein fibers, right? But you lack the fuel inside, the stuff that makes the muscle puff.
Okay.
And go round and full. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
That's the training that we got to do, because you maxed out on the bread. You maxed out on the muscle cells. But those individuals' muscles has to be, what can I say, inflated.
Okay.
Inflation is the word.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been inflating the muscles.
Sick. Sounds like some Arnold Schwarzenegger type training, bro.
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe the golden era of bodybuilders were right. Like chase the pump, do high volume, blood flow, all that matters. Like nowadays, people are like, oh, fucking fatigue management, oh, low volume, oh, fucking heavy weights, 46 reps. Yeah, it definitely helps for hypertrophy. It is true, but hypertrophy is only half of the truth. That makes sense.
Sounds like
full truth.
Sounds like yeah, man. Sounds like part of that is like the mountain dog style training, like John Meadows. I think you're alluding to some stuff that he and Eugene Teo have talked about before, where it's they call it the super maximal pump.
There you go. They figured it out all before. Like bodybuilding's been around 50, 60 years now. And
probably longer.
They got like even longer.
You seen the statues, bro?
Fucking science-based rolled out the last 5 years from 2020, where Paul Carter started preaching about hypertrophy. The driver of hypertrophy is mechanical tension, and everyone started to jump on mechanical tension, and they ignored every other aspects of bodybuilding. You know what I mean? And I was a victim of that. But we found it. But I will explain that in our next, and I'll expose it.
Yeah, bro.
To everyone. And we're gonna get people everywhere in the world. People are gonna be jacked and full, looking good.
Let's go. Is that what the kind of stuff we can look forward to seeing from you, Bruce? Is that like, because anyone watching, the people follow this guy, follow Bruce, bro, and follow God.
Okay.
Yeah,
follow God. And you know what? God first.
That's it.
But give me 6 months. I'll look even bigger and rounder.
I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. We'll have to tee up a sesh again soon, man. Be good.
No.
Yeah.
Or I can even go over to Brisbane.
That's it, man. Well, we're gonna be in Melbourne soon. We're moving in 2 weeks.
Oh, like moving to Melbourne?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll still be along Brisbane sometimes as well, though. So yeah, come the East Coast, bro. East Coast? Yeah. You're in WA. It's good, man. Yeah, bro. Well, I know you gotta go. I really appreciate your time, man. It's awesome to talk to you and see all the progress, and always cool to hear like your thoughts and just like that deeper side of things. Really, really cool to hear your journey with God as well. I feel like we're just scratching the surface of all this stuff, bro. Obviously, you and I chat for hours, bro. Hours.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just running on schedule today, so.
You're all gravy. You're all gravy.
Yeah.
Well,
we will do this a little bit more often, and
yeah, for sure.
Make something happen, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna message you straight after this and be like, tomorrow, or they're like, this time. I'm just gonna be like, when are you available next?
Yeah, man. Anytime we're good. Anytime we're free, we'll jump into a call and.
For sure, man.
Have a chat.
For sure, I love it, bro. It's like our own little podcast, bro.
All right, let's do a front double bicep and wrap this up.
All right, I'm sitting down. Will that be all right? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Looks like ass sitting down. what am I doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hang on, I'll stand up. Let me get this going on over here properly. Make sure my thing doesn't fall. Tell you what, we'll get this up all the way over this way. Hang on.
Oh, I got 1% battery.
1%, 1%. All right, 1%. I'm gonna be like Bruce. Quick flex.
All right, let's go. Favorite type of press? One in the back. That trust. Ooh, look at my chest.
Yes, sir. The Bruce.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Big dog.
All right, take care. Thank you again, bro. See you soon.
Man, I'll see you next time.
See you next time. God bless, baby. Let's go.
God bless you.
God bless. Oh, gravy, baby. This is all the art of being man. Let's go.